So today we're going to be talking about how to find inverse functions. So let's take a look at a problem. For the following exercises, find f minus 1 of x for each function. Now in English, this should be interpreted as the inverse function. So reading that again, it would say for the following exercises, find the inverse function of f of x for each of the functions. Okay? All that means is we're going to basically switch around the variables. So instead of writing f of x here, I'm going to write y. It's basically the same thing. Okay? So y is equal to x plus 3. Now, in order to find the inverse function of this thing, all I'm going to do is switch the x's and the y's. Meaning if there's a y here, I'm going to write an x now. And if there's an x here, I'm going to write a y. So it now looks like this. X is equal to y plus 3. So this was the original, f of x. And now this is the inverse function, f of x minus 1. Now, don't leave it in this form. We want y all by itself. Okay? So let's now solve this for y. All I have to do is now subtract the 3 from both sides. And when I do that, we get an equation that looks like this. Y is equal to x minus 3. Now, we don't usually like to write the y's on the right-hand side, right? It looks a little strange. So just do a little flipperooski now. Bring this on over to that side, bring this on over to the other. Don't worry about subtracting. You might think, oh, I got to subtract everything. No, it doesn't, you'll see, you can, but it's all going to work out the same. So just flip them around. X minus 3. Okay? Now, this function here that I just created, which remember, this is the f of x minus 1 function, is now the inverse, okay, of the original function here. And that's it. That's all it is. All right? That's it. Very simple. Now, instead of calling this y, you just got to make sure. Now, you might say, well, this is y, and this is y, and you call that f of x. Technically, I'm shortcutting this a little bit. You have to keep in mind that this is the inverse function. All right? So I'm using y's to kind of make it easy instead of using f of x and f of x to the minus 1. But you have to remember this is the inverse function. So instead of writing y here now, you can write f of x minus 1 because it is the inverse function equals x minus 3. And now technically this is what you would write, okay, as the final answer for the inverse function, okay, of the original given function. So let's run through the second example. Let's see how fast we can do it. Ready? So f of x is equal to x plus 5. Change that f of x into a y equals x plus 5. You want to find the inverse, so simply just put x where y is and y where x is. So x is equal to y plus 5. Solve that for y. So you got to subtract 5 on both sides. Y will equal x minus 5. And then just make it look a little nicer with the y on the left-hand side. Recall that this you just found is the inverse function. So instead of calling that y, just call it now f of x minus 1. And there you go. There's the inverse function. Okay, this now represents the inverse function of the original. Simple as that. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this helps. Please remember to help us out and subscribe if you can. We appreciate it. Hit the like button and tell your friends. We'll see you soon.